All right, you guys, I am back live again. Lots of tech problems, lots of tech problems. I'm going to, let's see, get back into our Facebook group if I can. All righty. All right, Facebook peoples. I'm so sorry. We're back on here. Sorry, this is the new. Let me unpin this other one and let me give you the new one. We're going to delete that post. And here we go. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to get together and get back on there. We were going to do a Twitter break. We were in the middle of a Twitter break. And here's a new link. It just broke on me. What can I say? It just broke down on me. But thank you guys so much for hanging in there through the tech problems. I have a really old laptop that I was using for this, and I probably should have gone with a newer one so that we don't have the problems. So I'm going to give everybody a little bit of time to get back on. If you're in the Facebook group, um, then please go ahead and let me know when you got it. Evangelist Gloria Chandler is new to the group. Everybody, please welcome her. Let's see, Shifa, we're not done. Class is not over. Everything is gone. Oh, Arlene Span is in the house. Thank you, Arlene. Is it still live? I have a black screen. Here you go, Arlene. Go to the new link. Let me go when you guys are in the new link. Sorry about the tech problems. The last one just shut down. Here's the new link. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this all together later, but we'll see what happens. This is live, folks. This is what happens when you have live. That's why so many people prefer pre-recorded things. I mean, I totally get that. Going live can be crazy making, and it can be really, really tough. So here's our new link. Felicia Bahama says, I hear you. So she's on there. Let's see who else is on there. I'm going to just keep refreshing to see when I've got the majority of you back on there. You guys are the tried and true, so I'm going to make sure that you get tonight's presentation on how to pitch. We were going to do a little bit of Twitter hanging out. So if you guys still want to do that, we can do that, or we can just get into the lesson. So just let me know when you're here. So Felicia says she is here with the new group. I think Clifton is here. Arlene and Kat and Shifa, let me know if you were there. Charlene Day, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. If you've still got it, if you've got the new link and you're in there, then let me know. No problem. Let me know. I will watch all of that for you. See, this is why I like being in the studio and just letting all my guys take care of it. And all I have to do is think about what to say. I don't have to think about anything else. So, Cece Caldwell Miller is in the house. Thank you, Cece, for hanging out. She says she hears me. Great. Clifton says it's good to be back, moving through victory and welcoming Evangelist Gloria Chandler. Okay, very good, very good. I'm glad everybody. Arlene says she is on now and she has the new link. So I think most of you are pretty much here. Yeah, it's super crazy like that sometimes. I think it was the laptop I was using, but let's go ahead and use that break time since we were already kind of broken up. Again, go ahead really quickly and post your Twitter handle. And the way you post your Twitter handle is by using the whole thing, www.twitter.com, and then your handle behind it. So don't just post your handle, post it now, and you guys, let's click and follow each other. We've got some new people. There are a lot of people that could use more Twitter followers, more interaction, and growing your Twitter list. So Twitter, out of all the social media, Twitter is my favorite. Siobhan, I see you in there. Siobhan likes, put a like in there. I'm glad you are in the house watching. Siobhan's got a book coming up very quickly, if it's not already out now. So she's going to be working on some things. So go ahead and post your Twitter handle, and then we're going to give us about 5 minutes, and then we'll get into 7:30. And at 7:30, I will start your master class on how to pitch the media. I do hope you have paper and pencil, because I do want you to take notes. I want you to think about some things, because it's not just, hey, put me on your show, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's not like that. You want to be thoughtful. And sometimes when I watch Project Runway, I hear the guy Tim Gunn say, use the accessory wall thoughtfully. And that's really how you want to work with the media. You want to work with the media thoughtfully. Sometimes I'm out networking and doing different things, and she hosts a television show. Yes, I have a nationally syndicated television show, and this is what I do. And the person has just met me, doesn't know anything, has never heard of my show, has never heard of me before, and the first thing they say is, I want to be on your show. Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't want to be on the show. If you talk about horses, I don't care if you're the #1 horse expert in the world, you might not want to be on Right Place TV show, because there might not be a synergy. There might not be a match. There's nothing more fun than meeting somebody and having them on the show when they have so much to offer. Look at that, Arlene. That's some power. Look at her. She's got a photo. She's got at Arlene. Now, if you, when you click on there, boom, you can click and follow her immediately. How cool is that? Good job, Arlene, because it gives her a face. It tells you what she's about. This is awesome. I really like how you did that. Clifton's got his. Look at this great big picture of Clifton. You can follow him. That is so nice. Let's see, who else put theirs? Okay, Shifa's got hers out. Hers is One Wellness. You can follow her if you're into changing your lifestyle, if you're into really working on that. You know, one of the things that I've done a lot of things with everybody on business, but I'm really toying into getting back and putting on a virtual event that's focused around health. Because I think a lot of you that are doing health practicing and spiritual health and mental health, I think you guys get the slight sometimes when you're in an event with people who are how to make money. You know, how to make money, you can make money, how to do this. Don't get me wrong, we all got to learn to make money, and I love it. I'm the first person to sit in those classes, but I think sometimes people kind of don't get the health thing. So I'm just putting some feelers out there. Some people want to do that, but just have it focused on health practitioners. And, maybe we can do that in the fall. Felicia Muhammad's got the power of oneness. You can follow her. Miss Woody is on, but she is on her phone. So, she has to make some adjustments. And sometimes I think she cannot type. So she can put hers in later. You guys support her on that. She is an avid supporter of the group, and she supports you guys. So, and she's usually working when we're having this on Monday nights. So, I get it. You're giving up Monday Night Football to be here. You're giving up Monday night shows to be here. I appreciate you guys and what you're doing. So, support each other on the Twitter and grow on the Twitter. I sound like an old lady. On the Twitter. Okay. let's move on to our master class. Our master class. This is going to be on how to pitch the media, and I'm doing it over 3 sessions because we're doing interviews and we're doing the class. We're doing 2 things in the evening. It's very much, that's nice. I'm looking at CC Caldwell's. Look at you. That is very nice. Good job. Good job. So we're doing 2 things. We're doing some interviews. We're doing some class lessons, some master class lessons. And I'm just really looking forward to working with people who are like super, super serious. Okay. Media is something that you're going to do ongoing. Not going to do it once, put it down, and say, well, how's this supposed to work? It's just like good eating. Clifton, I don't like food porn. I call it food porn when you have a plate of food and you click a picture and put it up on Facebook. I call it food porn. I don't like food porn because it really looks nasty most of the time to me. I'm not saying it's nasty. I'm just saying to me the food looks like mostly like 3 brown lumps and a piece of red something, and it's gross. Gross, gross. I don't like it. So yeah, that's my phone ringing in the background because I forgot to turn it off after I hung up from Dr. Sunday. That is a no-no on any broadcast. So when you go to the studio, we always ask people to turn off your cell phone because a lot of times the cell phones also have the same wiring as some of the cameras, and not only is your phone ringing, but it's jiggling stuff inside the cameras and creating like fuzz fiction on the camera. So that was a no-no. So that's a good lesson for you. I don't know who that was. I'll find out later. Back to whatever I was saying. All right, so we're going to learn how to pitch. Okay, you guys ready? Post in the Facebook group that you're ready. Just post in the Facebook group that you're ready. I'm going to switch the camera to full screen so that you can see it because I have a nice little presentation for you. We're going to end pretty much on time, and I am not going to I'm not going to take you over time. I'm laughing. Felicia Muhammad wrote, I agree, OMG. I'm like, yes, oh my God. What else could go wrong tonight? The only thing that hasn't gone wrong is I haven't blown any light bulbs. So, I mean, that's the only thing I haven't done tonight. All righty, let's get into it. Let me do this. I'm going to pull up my presentation. I won't be able to present and give you the Q&As, so you have to kind of wait for your questions at the end because I can't do both, and I just have me. So that's it. So I'm going to share my screen. Oops. I'm going to share my screen. Alrighty, and we're going to take this into the presentation mode. Alrighty, so this is how to pitch the media, and this is about how to be the guest that they all want. And this is for magazine, this is for television, this is for radio, the 3 types of radio: terrestrial, satellite, you know, all kinds of pitches. Okay, if you don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Wright. I'm the host of the Wright Place television show. There's my Twitter handle. And I've been producing television on TV for 14 years, since 2001. My show has always been on TV. And everything I do is kind of geared towards that so it can reach the FCC rules and not be below par, so that I can reuse it and put it on television. The star factor is what gets you on shows. And the star factor is really the things that are different about you, the things that are interesting about you, and the things that will make their audience watch the show. At the end of the day, people will say, what makes a good pitch? I mean, what makes the difference? What can I say to get these people to put me on their show? And at the end of the day, you've got to think about what you offer. Now, I asked you guys before to take notes on this, and you can take notes and you can post in the Facebook group. Some of the things you have to offer, and what you have to do is you have to be very, very specific. You have to be very, very specific. In other words, don't say that you have knowledge of X, Y, Z. You know, I have knowledge about crowdfunding. Well, crowdfunding is kind of hot right now, so I can throw that out there and I can get booked almost immediately. But you don't want to put it out general. You want to make it very, very specific and something that show's audience will relate to. So I want you to take 5 things about you that you have to offer, because you're going to combine those things to really create a really appealing, an incredibly appealing guest segment. So for one of the things with me is I'm engaging. I have a great sense of humor. One of the things about me is that I can communicate very well and really break it down. Sometimes you have people that are so technical they can't break it down. If that's you, you're going to want to change that for the media. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you got to dumb it down for TV. I don't believe it's dumbing it down. I believe that it's just being very good at communications, because you have a short period of time to hold their attention and get it in there. Most segments, write this down, most segments are about 8 minutes long. Write this down, post it in the Facebook group. I want to make sure you guys got this. This is an important note. Most segments are about 8 minutes. This is media. This isn't speaking. This is media. This isn't speaking. Most segments are about 8 minutes. And in those 8 minutes, you have to be very clear about what you're doing. And you can't include everything that you're doing. You can't talk about this and then talk about this, and then we're feeding babies, and we're digging wells, and we're doing inoculations, and we're creating a school, and there is not time in any show to cover all that. And it just sounds like you've got too much going on. Of course, people have more than one thing that's going on. Please don't get it twisted. I know that. We all know that. But when you come to talk about a segment, you just want to talk about one thing. Because here's what shows want. And somebody asked me today, what do they want? They want ratings. They want ratings. They want social media to be talking about the show because it was so good. That's what they want. And the way you help them get this is by being very, very interesting. If you're on radio, you have to have a wide vocabulary. You have to speak very colorfully. You have to describe things intricately so that someone on the radio who's probably also driving or ironing or doing something else, very rarely is anybody just sitting by their radio like it's 1920 just listening to the radio. They're usually multitasking. So you've got to create this really colorful, intellectual language to keep people involved. To keep people involved. It's highly important. So last season, the shows that had the biggest impact on Twitter were Breaking Bad, which I watched all of, Walking Dead, which I watched all of, Pretty Little Liars, don't watch that, Bachelor, don't watch that, Game of Thrones, watch it but don't get it, Teen Wolf, don't watch that. American Horror Story, I watched that with the lights on. Oh my God, that is like the scariest stuff on TV. Scandal, love Scandal. The Voice, I don't really watch that, but now Usher's on this season, so I might watch it a little bit. And Dancing with the Stars. I don't get the appeal of that, but you know, Carlton from Fresh Prince is on this season, and he's a magnificent dancer, and I fully expect for him to win. So I want to watch sometime to support him, but it's on when I have other stuff, so I'm going to have to watch reruns. But that's what shows want. So how can you help them get that. So you're going to be surprised. You've got to figure it out for yourself. Surprise, you've got to come with a package to make it easy for them to book you. Okay? Help them help you. You can't come and say, I can talk about this. You have to create a whole segment for them in your, when you talk to them and say, I'm going to come in and I'm going to talk about how crowdfunding helps women in prison. And you're going to talk about the whole segment of how it's supposed to be so that they don't have to figure it out. The producer, make the producer's job easy. They don't have to figure out how to book you on a panel with a bunch of other people. They know exactly what your segment is going to be. So how are you going to contact them? You're going to make a bunch of phone calls, and then, you're just going, what are you going to do? You have to have a strategy and a plan to methodically go through and pitch yourself. Okay? It just can't be willy-nilly, and you've got to really keep track of everything that's going on. And if you're afraid to make phone calls, you're really, really going to be in trouble. Some people just can't do it. And I will say you need to take yourself and get over it. You have got to communicate with people, and you've got to be able to explain to them what it is you do, how it is you help their audience, and why their audience will be interested in you. Because if you can't do that, you can't get booked. And have you ever been to a networking event where someone says, well, what I do, it's kind of complicated. It's complicated. Like they can't take time to explain it to you. It's like there's nothing else to do here but network. Why don't you just tell me what it is you're talking about that you do? And that's a person who's not ready. And I want you to be ready. I want you always to be ready. I want you always to be ready. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to do a little research to get prepared. Not a little research. You're actually going to have to do a lot of research. And how long will that research take you? Well, it depends on you. Most of you are busy working, then you're doing your business, then you've got your family. Some of you are full-time in your business, but you've got your family, and then you've got church, and then you've got probably a volunteer thing that you do, maybe with your church and maybe with something else. And then you've got to research the current trends and find out what people are talking about and figure out how you can fit in there. For a lot of you, that's just time you just don't have. Not that you don't want to do it, not that you're lazy, you just don't have that extra time. But research is absolutely needed. You can hire an intern to do your research for you, so you can go pitch, or you can hire a professional like me to set up your whole pitch and do everything quickly and easily for you, because I've had 15 years of doing it. It doesn't take me that long. And I also know what is hot in the media. I watch a lot of TV. Why do I watch a lot of TV? Because I have to know what's going on in TV. That's my business. And so I know what's hot right now. Right now, domestic violence is a big deal. If you're on that type of tip that you help people with that, you can get a lot of play right now. You're going to be able to get that from now to the end of the Super Bowl. The reason on domestic violence is not because they care about women, but because Super Bowl Sunday is the day when there are the most domestic abuse problems. There are the most police reports. There are most women admitted to hospitals. There are women that are killed in domestic violence. It happens on Super Bowl Sunday. And they know they have a contribution to that. And so they want to be a good example. They want their players and their coaches and the managers and nobody in the NFL or associated with the NFL, they don't want them punching women out. They want to be good examples. The NFL has been around for 1 million years, and this has been a problem forever. The only reason why they're taking time now is because people are realizing what the connection is, and they want to get out in front of that. So if you have anything to do with that from now until Super Bowl Sunday, you can work it, work it, work it. So it's not just about the big crowds or hanging with the stars, as Penn Jillette, in case you guys have never seen him. He does magic and illusions. Super, super smart guy. It's not about just speaking in front of huge groups. It's about getting your message to all of those people at once. And if you're able to do that using the media, by being a great guest, by coming back over and over again, you're going to be highly successful. And you need to get it with a team that really knows what they're doing. Not just, a guy with a video camera, but real people who really do this for a living. One way to keep up with what's important and what you can connect to in the news is talk walkers. People used to use Google Alerts. I still use Google Alerts, but I will tell you, Google has already told us they're going away. There are a lot of paid services where you can find out what's going on. And those paid services have different prices. I'm not going to sit here and list them. I'm not getting any money to send you over there to them, and I'm not advertising them. But you can search for yourself. Google Alerts, don't bother signing up because that is going away. But Talk Walkers is free. And what you can do with Talk Walkers is you can put your name in there, number one, to see if your name comes up in the media. But you can also put different topics in there. Like I have crowdfunding topics because that's one of the topics that I speak on. And so when anybody is talking about crowdfunding, they send me a note of who's talking about it. I also use this to keep track of clients. There are clients that I'm doing some special PR and media for. And so this helps me keep track of when their name comes up, and I can monitor if what I'm doing is effective. You can monitor if your media is effective using the free Talk Walkers site. So, you can do a lot of connection on the computer, but it really comes to getting out and being face-to-face. Like Dr. Sunday is out there. So, yes, you can email people, but you also need to pick up the phone, and you also need to be in person sometime. You need to see people face-to-face. All connections cannot be virtual. So you've got to think about how to speak to people in a way that is engaging and not just soliciting. And you want to be yourself, but you want to be, creative, and you want to really bring out something of value. As business people, we don't have the luxury of coming off crazy, like this little dude right here. So be yourself, go within yourself, find the 5 things that make you truly unique. 5 things that I can't say about just about anybody else, and make that part of your pitch. You need to know what to say when the time comes. Sometimes I'll say, what do you want to talk about? People say, oh, my book, my show. That's very, very vague. I don't know what, so for those of you an Instant Star Maker, I know you, so I do know what your books are about, but you got to pretend I don't know. And you have to be very specific. What do you want to talk about? Because here's the thing. While the media is interested in an interview, they're not interested in being free advertising for you. That's not what they're there for. They're there for you to bring content and value so that they have the ratings that I showed you before. So here's the quick and easy way. You need a quick and easy way to do this. Why do you need the quick and easy way? Not because you're lazy, but because you've got to focus on your business. You cannot be jack of all trades. I hate when somebody says, oh, you're Jill of all trades. I'm not Jill of all trades. I'm just really smart. But I'm keeping in the lane of what I do, and this is what I do. So here's the quick and easy way. Number one, the press releases. You've got to be putting the press releases out. I've told you guys about these before. They're available to you. Probably in January I will be changing the prices, but right now they're $97. They are the cost of going to Walmart. One of your trips to Walmart or Target will take care of that. $97. Get your press release out. Get it online. Get it into places that have links that will drive traffic back to your site. The second thing that you can do is you can have media training with me. We have media training sessions. You can come on the show and you can do on-camera segments so that you can get exposure in front of a real television audience. Now, if you're interested in the media training sessions or the on-camera segments, you need to make an appointment with me, at rightplacetv.com/speak. Make an appointment with me. Let's talk, and let's see what will work for you. It's a 30-minute session. It's no cost, but I'm going to tell you what's going to work for you. I'm not going to tell you a boilerplate, do this or do that. There are some of you who are ready for different things. And if you're ready for an on-camera segment, you're ready to be in the studio live with me. I have a 3-camera studio coming to California. If you're ready for that, then we can talk about that. If you need some media training because you're about to do a bunch of interviews, then we need to talk about that, and we need to get you prepared. So those are the 3 options that you have, and you can use those because we're kind of like Good Luck Chuck. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie called Good Luck Chuck, but the movie Good Luck Chuck is about a dentist who women find out that if they date him the one time, the very next man they meet is going to be the love of their life who asks them to marry him. So, of course, he has a long line of women just waiting to date him. And with Right Place TV, because you've been on a real show, you can now take that to other shows and say, hey, I'm a great guest. They don't have to take chances on you. They don't have to wonder what you're going to talk about. They can see you on a real show. And that has helped clients. I've been helping clients like that for the last 14 years. One of my clients got in, he got into a major national magazine, Enterprise, Black Enterprise. He's a small business. They don't even cover small businesses, but he used the materials, he used the media training that I gave him, and he showed them the segment, and they put him in Black Enterprise. I haven't even been in Black Enterprise yet because they want to cover big, big business. The strategies work. The strategies work. They've been working. If you're tired of doing the same thing that you've been doing, if you're ready to break through and do something different, at least start with a press release. At least talk to me about it so you can have some ideas in what direction to go. You can make the appointment that fits for both of us, and we can talk about what you want to do. If you want a press release, you just text PR to 909-235-9744. All righty. So I'm going to go back to our class here and unshare. All right, and I'm going to look in on the Facebook group and see what questions you guys might have, okay? So that was our presentation, media trends, yes. Did you guys see the screen? I hope you guys saw the screen. Did anyone see the screen, or was it all black? Good Lord. I had a beautiful presentation for you, and the screen was black. Okay, this was just not a good day for us, huh? This was not a good day for us. Okay. Well, at least you heard me because I see that you were taking notes. Thank you, Felicia. I don't know. Today was not a good day. We'll try to do this presentation again, or what I'll do is try to pre-record it for you and get it down there. But it looks like nobody saw the actual thing. So, sorry, no screen. Wow. I worked so hard on that. Anyway, you can text PR to 909-235-9744 for our press release. And if you want to talk to me about everything else, thank you guys so much for hanging on. This was not a good day, huh? This was not a good day for us. If you want to talk to me, you can go to rightplacetv.com/speak. That's where you make an appointment. And I do apologize for all the tech issues. It's been a little while since I have done a hangout, and perhaps I have just forgotten how to do it. I don't know. No, ma'am, nobody saw the screen. I had a killer presentation. I had a killer presentation. You guys didn't see any of it. Okay. Okay, so Charlene, just go ahead and let's make an appointment to talk and all of that. I'm going to put the link in the Facebook group. Anybody else have any questions? This has got to be the hardest class you've ever had. But I appreciate all of you guys. You guys, one thing they can say about the stars, y'all ain't sissies. You all have hung in there. You all have hung in there for real. I appreciate all of that. Okay, it's 4 minutes to 8. I'm going to take it out to 8. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll go ahead and post that, and I'll try to answer all of your questions. So I'll just be looking in the Facebook group, and the kinds of trends are, like I said, what people are talking about right now. Domestic violence is super big right now. Anything that can be connected with domestic violence, a branch off of that would also be homelessness. A branch off of that would be women's empowerment, women's education, those kinds of things. If you can speak to any of those topics, they are the type of topics that will really work right now. And thank you, Siobhan, since she still got great info. Thank you so much. It all works for good. 8-minute segments, press release, media training, visit show in California when we are ready for prime time. Good stuff. Thank you, Cliff. Woo! All right, you guys. Hey, our next Media Monday won't be until next month because I actually have a class to go to next Monday night. So we got a little bit of time. And what I will try to do in the meantime is I will try to get this all set up so the presentation is there. And at least you guys get to see it. It doesn't have a lot of words, so I need to do it with the audio. So I'm going to try to figure out how to get that to you guys. You guys are awesome. You boost my spirits. I'm excited every time. I don't look excited right now. I'm excited every time that I come and work with you guys because I've seen the growth. I know where you're going. You guys have good hearts. You guys are good people. This group is known as the nicest group on Facebook. And, you know, get out there and do your thing. Listen, remember what I always say, ignoring one's conscience is neither safe nor right. I'll see you next time.